the only ones relevant. What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant. You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the fuck is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like overdog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bills take over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
He nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. To win, the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Let's go now.
In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Dolphins at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On play action, here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Mostert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Tua now on first down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 10, first and goal. Here's Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Allen. That's complete to Davis. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Let's go.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Channing Tindall was there for the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen off the play fake. And bringing it in, it's Davis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Allen looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. to the air. Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. To throw. Allen. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold them just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now it's Hines. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice first down pickup there for Gabriel Davis, who really announced his presence last season. Playoff record, 4 touchdowns against Kansas City, also over 200 yards in that game. People in Buffalo really believe this guy's going to continue to develop as one of their top receivers.
Allen now on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Allen going to throw. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They run with Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Bass is good, and a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And on the left side here, Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Allen. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins take over first
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter. But that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Completes it to Davis. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
This is Hines. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Back-to-back 9-sack seasons at Miami have firmly established Emmanuel Ogbah as the face of the Phins pass rush.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Up the middle they go. It's Hines fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs, and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, Phins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Second and 8. Allen now looks to throw. on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
One final try here for Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
To the 43, second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen. That's taken in by Knox. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Throwing is Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
A big conversion on 4th down, but no timeouts left, so you got to go quick here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen. And this one is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall. So for Miami, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now.